Hi, today I'd like to talk about coinage of the Brunswick Luneburg state of Germany. Now, before the Napoleonic Wars, Germany was made up of hundreds of these tiny little statelets. They were free towns, they were bishoprics, just loads of these, and they all had their own currency. And so if you want to collect German coins of this period between sort of the Middle Ages up to 1806, when Holy Roman Empire was dissolved, there's a huge choice. Some of it's expensive because some of these were very small and they didn't produce many coins, but it must have been a nightmare trying to go across borders when you've got a tiny little statelet, and then you go to the next, village along and it's a different one, and then a few more villages along and it's another different one. So it was chaotic and it was very strange. Some had Hellas as their currency, some had Phoenix. And these ones we're going to look at are Groschen. There was 36 Marian Groschen to the Thaler or Thaler. The Thaler is very similar to the word dollar, and it came from the same sort of root word. So it's a Thaler, dollar, came from this area. So Brunswick Luneburg was a small little state in Germany. And eventually it became part of the Hanoverian state, which was the home of the Hanoverians, which came to become the kings and queens of Great Britain. So George I was the first of the line from Hanover. He was chosen because the line of succession, the next one would have been a Catholic. Now, because of the revolution in Britain, they had laid down that no Catholic could ever become a king, so they couldn't take the next in line, which would have been a Stuart. So they chose the elector of Hanover, who became George I, and he became King of England, but he also kept his Hanoverian possessions. Now, George I, II and III all had possessions in Hanover, and I believe also George IV and William IV. It was only when Queen Victoria came, because she was a woman, the state of Hanover said that it had to be a male heir, so it was split and became its own independent country again. So there's the little state of Brunswick, north of Germany, which has got links to the British Crown. So let's have a look at the first one. Now, these are very strange because let's have a look at the first one here. I think you can see it here. They all have this wild man on the face. This one's 1694. You see he's holding a pole with some branches. He's got sort of like leaves around his waist. And then he's got his ground there. And then you've got Ernest Augustus. He was the one before it became part of the Hanoverian country. So you can see and it says 24 on there as well. So that is 24. On the other side you've got, put this right way up, 24 Marian Groschen. So that is 2/3 of a thaler. So it must have been chaotic trying to go from one place to another, because you had to keep exchanging your coinage, or you had to know what each value of each different type of coinage was. Now, what's strange about this country is that these are two from Augustus. I don't know if you can see from that one. And then the next one, he's got a different outfit on. And it's only 1698, it's only 3 years later, he's got another outfit on. But he always has this pole in his right hand side. So it's left to us, but his right. They all had it on the same side. Again, you got 24 Maria Georgian. And then it stayed, then it changed again. You can see another one here. Now this one's George the First. So he was the first of the kings of England who had possessions in Germany, and he became an elector of, because Hanover was an electorate. He could elect the emperor of, or was one of the electors of the emperor of Germany. And again, he's got a different outfit. There's some different markings at the bottom, a bit of grass or something there. And on the other side, it's got the British coat of arms. So you got the Irish harp, fleur-de-lis of France, and you got the Lions of Britain and Scotland. So these are all silver coins. There's another one of George the First. Again, it's completely different. They must have changed the, slightly different to all of them. He hasn't got any leaves there so much. He must have changed these coins every year or so, I think, because they are slightly different, each one. Now, there was a lot of silver around in Germany at that period. What is now today the Czech Republic had a lot of silver mines, and I believe there was quite a few in other parts of Germany. So silver was used quite a lot. Another one, this one's George III, and again you've got different outfits he's got there, and on the other side you've got different style of coat of arms, but of the British coat of arms, still having the fleur-de-lis on it. So you've got England, Scotland, Ireland, and France. Because up to this period, they still claimed that France was still part of United Kingdom. Again, we got another one, completely separate, 1767. So that one was 1762. This again, it's slightly different. But again, they've all got their staff or tree or branch in their right hand, our left. Again, you've got the coat of arms there. And this one, again, George III, again, another different little man on there. And again, you've got the British coat of arms. It says 2/3, and that would be 2/3 of a thaler. And the last one is this one here. Again, it's George III, and he's got his left hand. Again, a separate one again. And on here, you've got a different coat of arms. Again, 2/3 of a thaler, 1789. Then you've got a part of Brunswick. Again, it's called a different one. Now this is called Brunswick Wolfenstein, and he has, again, it's got a wild man on there with his thing, but he's got the branch on his left hand side, our right hand side. Rudolf Augustus. Again, it's a 24 Marine. So the backs are very similar. 24 Marian groschen. Groschen is very similar to the British 4p, which was called a groat. Again, another Rudolph Augustus. Again, they're all slightly different. All very slightly different. Again, you've got 24 Maria groschen on it. So if you get a coin like this, he's got a wild man and he's holding something on his left. His right, our left. You know that it is from this Wolfenstein, Brunswick Wolfenstein. Again, another completely different coin. Again with 24 Marian groschen on it. Again, another one, same reign, but again, slightly different. Each one is slightly different to the old one. So they must have changed these dies quite frequently. And this one again, it's got another slightly different. This has got some name at the top, Constanta. This one's Anton Ulrich. And the other side is 24 groschen. This one again, the lettering at the top is a bit different. This one's Augustus William. Again, very similar back to it. 1736. Again, different lettering at the top. Karl the First. Again with 24 groschen there. Him again. He hasn't got such a big skirt on this one. Karl the First. Again, 1784. Again, it's got a bit more elaborate, this one. A lot more wording. A little bit at the bottom. $24 groschen on there. This one's a bit later. This one's 1823. So this is after the French Revolution. There you got the little horse, I think that is on there, which was the symbol of Hanover. Just the last one, it's just one of Brunswick itself. 1802, so this was when the French Revolution was going on, and it's George III. So you've got the coat of arms there. And then on this, it's got 2/3 of a thaler. So I hope this gave you an idea of the complexity of German coins during the period before unification, when it was made up of huge number of little statelets. So if you do collect this sort of coins, it's quite interesting because each one there's just loads and loads of different versions. And even like this one where it's the same coin, they seem to change the coin every year or something and get a new die because they are slightly different. I hope this was of interest to you. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you at the next one. Thank you. Bye.